Okay, it's working. We're good. Um, well, thank you so much for the great intro, for inviting me, for just including me in your team meeting tonight. This is part of what I do that makes me the most happy is connecting with everyone. It's just making sure that, we have that connection that helps us do better and be better for the field. So a little bit about me, and I'm not sure who I've met so far. Have I met anyone in Peterborough? Kelly,
Yeah, a
Brooke?
lot of us were there that
Edward,
evening.
yeah, yeah. And Natalie, of course. That's where we met for the first time. And so really I'm excited because first of all, the invitation, I was looking forward to being with you and introducing myself a little. So you already know a little bit about me. Some know, some love the fact that I'm a football mom, and I love that you love that because it's kind of part of my DNA. Once Kayla, right? And so once once you have that in you, once you participate in your kids' activity, it becomes who you are. And if you involve yourself just a little, then it's just part of the family. And my kids are grown, 24 and 19, and I still have so much affection for the teams that I still see, the smaller boys, that in my city that are playing, and I just feel so grateful that we've had that time in our life where we were able to teach our sons about brotherhood and discipline and just loving one another, and playing and being competitive. So all good, all good. Thank you for bringing it up. Now I was all excited to think about that. But about me, that is connected with you is my passion for this industry that is now over, I would say, 25 years. And I started really young. I'm sure that's what you're thinking, but that is not my first career. But I can say that I've always been fired up with the idea of helping people succeed, helping people that are, especially in this industry, stepping out their comfort zone on a regular basis. So this is so admirable that I've felt the need to be part of it. And my contribution is exactly what I'm here to do with you, making sure that we have a vision for the market, making sure that we have the focus where it should be. My focus right now with my team, I've been here 2 months, so it's pretty, I'm pretty early in the journey, but I can tell you that we're focusing on reshaping how we operate in Canada, how we're questioning how we do things. And we keep what works. We just, improve what isn't. We bring up new ideas, new ways of, doing what we do with a strong intention, with a strong, strategy. And so that is where we are right now. The three, I was taking notes. I was preparing for this call, and I thought, what if I had three words that could describe, where we want to take this market, what we want to do with it. My three words, without thinking, it was visibility, communication, and support. And we want to increase all of it. I want to increase the visibility. Plexus needs to be known out there. We know it. We're happy. You know it. You're such a loyal fan base, I like to say. But we need to have more people know what we know and have their lives changed, whether it's financially, or their health wise. We have such an incredible lineup of products. And so that is the one thing. The visibility needs to be increased. Communication between us. And again, we're just getting started. Things are just starting to move and improve and tweak. And I'm gonna give a shout out to Natalie, who is on the call right now, just because she is such an amazing partner in making that work. The whole, how can we increase communication? How can we partner better? How can we just sit together for the benefit of everyone? And I'm so fortunate that we have that we connected right away, and that I'm able to increase that mission that I have even before I met all of you. I know that communication is always can always be better out there. We can always just be more, faster, more transparent, quicker at, bringing updates to your attention, or to your leader's attention. And so this is the second one, and the third one is support. So let's sit at the drawing board as a team. That's what we're doing right now behind the scenes. When you're not seeing us out there, this is what we're doing. What are the best tools? How can we strategize better? How can we coach better? How can we offer more of our time and in a smarter way? How can we just offer the best incentives? How can we have, key action items in place so that you don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about what's being planned behind the scenes, that you can just focus on what's in front of you. So this is what we're doing. Those are the three words that come to my mind when I think of, what are we doing right now? Where are we at 2 months later? And I'm still discovering the insides and the ins and outs of the market, whether it's internally or externally with you, getting to know the field, but also getting to know some of the history behind everything. There's always history. There's always stories. There is always, a lot of the components that I need to, it's kind of a big puzzle. And every day I get a new piece, and it excites me, even, on days that are more demanding than others. I still find that joy. I have that joy right now, just sitting here with you, and I absolutely commit to you that my team and myself are engaged in making the road clearer, removing roadblocks as much as we can. And again, is this something that will happen overnight? Probably not. I wish. I'm not a magician, but I can tell you that if I look back already 2 months, and I have a list of elements or operations that I was able to tweak or implement or create or bring up. And so this is just a start. I know that we're setting the tone for the new year. We're closing this year and making things better so that we can just kick it off when January comes. So we have a lot in store. I'm not gonna go over that tonight, because I know that you're hoping to have a little bit of a training, if I'm not mistaken, Heather. We're gonna talk tonight about the power of quality versus quantity. And I think that it ties really well with the incentives that we have in place for you, that are linked with enrollment. So we're we're inviting you to enroll new people. We're paying you for it. We're giving you discounts. We're supporting you in that sense. But now that you have that, what is the thought process around, now, who am I going to talk to? Who am I going to approach? Connections are so, so important. People first, the concept of people first is just so powerful when you think of it, because sometimes you aim for a number or a result, or whatever it is. But if you were to take that and shift into what it means in terms of people. and what can they do, once they come into my space. Who are they? What role are they playing in my business? Those are the things that I would love to invite you to start thinking about when you look at someone. Maybe I call it sharpening your intuition. When we meet people, sometimes, we don't think about it too much and we offer the opportunity, or it's just but what I invite you to do in the coming month, because this month just passed, we have a brand new month who's starting in 2 days, even though, you still have a brand new full day tomorrow. But let's think about the following month, the exercise that I want you to do. And it is that sharpen your intuition when you look at people, and ask yourself, the role that they play. So I put together a couple of notes, to some tips that I thought would make sense for you to start thinking, the exercise that you can do. And I'm going to leave you with one exercise that I would love for you to do together. So Heather, you may lead that. I'm going to give you some ideas of what to do, but I think that it will be a great exercise to do as a team together. But the first point that I have that I put down here: not every person you speak to is the right fit. So what is the short term, mid-term, long-term intention behind that person that you're speaking to? Understand, your success isn't just about enrolling everyone, it's about enrolling the right people. It's very important, because, and then you may be thinking, well, it's nice when I have a lot of people, when I line up the number of new VIP customers that I have in my business, but are they just they say in English, flash in the pan, flash in the pan, right? Just they come and they go. So in the end, you have to rebuild and rebuild. So sometimes that's when quality versus quantity takes its full importance, right? So I wrote here, you're not just signing someone up, you're inviting them into a business partnership. Think about it that way. Who is that person? What role are they playing? Because again, we need everybody. So, are we meeting someone that will just leave? Is that someone that will place one order and that's it? Is it someone who will become a loyal VIP customer? Is it someone who will become a potential brand ambassador? Is it someone that could even be your superstar, the gem in your team? And so there's different roles, and we love every one of those. So you just have to just sharpen your intuition when it comes to, okay, that person, where does she fit in my business? Where does she fit? Because a one-shot customer will not get as much attention as someone who you think someone who understands the business model, someone who you can tell have passion for what you're doing, really loves the products, is a good a good connector. I like to call people that connect with, a good connector that can speak about the products. So we all have different talents, and that is something that you need to start paying attention to. The other thing I have, quality enrollments, and lower attrition. High volume enrollments often lead to high dropout rates. And so again, one time, no repeat, no subscription, just that person placed an order. It's not bad. She placed an order, but you need to figure out who that person is, and how you can either work towards retaining that person, or just moving on to find people that have a deeper understanding of the business and what they can do with it, when you take the time to educate and qualify the people you meet, retention will improve in your business. So those are the notes that I took from observation, yeah, with time. Those are the behaviors that I've observed in all these years, being surrounded with brand ambassadors out there in the field. And again, it's better to enroll 3 people that will stay and grow than signing up 10 people that will leave. Try to see it that way. So depending what you're, depending what you're aiming for, It could be a mix of the two if you're aiming to reach a goal. If it all depends, but I'm just putting, a spotlight on the thinking process that can take place, when it comes to that. Another point here that I have, build relationships, not just list of customers, of new customers, right? Who are these people? I want to encourage you to focus on a conversation connection before conversion. That's very important. So basically, you can speak with them about, what excites you about what I just told you. If you again, you have your intuition where, oh, that person is showing me signs of interest. What is it? Is it just the product? Is it the opportunity that maybe she can make money with recommending the product? Is it someone who can actually think of people that she can build a team with? What excites them? Let them tell you, let them guide you, because uh, people will, and again, you have noticed that, I'm pretty sure in your business, but people join for people way before they will join for anything else, product comp plan, and we happen to have everything here. We happen to have an amazing comp plan. We happen to have great incentives and promotions in place for you to succeed in your business. I like to think that we take good care of you, and that you have, you can represent a company that is solid, that has a great reputation. So all the components are there, and so people could join for that. But really, what they will join the most for is you, how you project, around them, the vibration that you bring in their presence, the joy that you radiate. That was a French word that I Anglicized. Can you believe it? I did that. There will be a couple of Martinisms along the way, but you know what I'm saying. The joy that you project on people, the vibration that you bring, is what people will be attracted to. They will follow you if they believe in you, if they like who you are, how you present yourself, and how you speak about the company, and what it does for you, whether it's health wise or financially, or just community wise. People will also join a community. Look at you all here tonight. You could have been doing a million other things. Honestly, we all have things to do, but you made that choice. You chose to invest in your business. You chose to respect whoever, Heather. I guess, Heather, you invited everyone here. That's your team group. So there's respect, there's investment, there's engagement, because of community. You see? So the other note that I had here, the other point, um, duplication starts at enrollment. It even starts when you say your first word. When you talk, the first connection, the first conversation. And so basically, the way you will enroll someone will set the tone for what's next with that person. So if you have, and I don't know if you do have somewhat of a system, how do you approach people? How do you, introduce the opportunity? All these steps, and again, the projection of how you speak about it, how you introduce it will dictate the next steps. It will also influence if they can project themselves doing the same thing. That's where the duplication, right? So simplicity is key. No one needs to be a doctor here. No one, we have enough information and pieces of education. We have, again, support, right? So you don't have to know everything. You have to be able to share your belief and be clear enough in what Plexus can do for them, and the rest will come. But how it starts really indicates how it will end or how it will continue. Okay. So that's something I wanted to share that I have noticed over the years, just being around field members and seeing success and seeing struggle and seeing the reality of this industry. And so I think that if you enroll with excellence, if think about every person that you meet and how you go about enrolling them, if you aim for excellence, it will just echo through levels. I call them generations, the different level. It will be the image and the DNA of your team, how you go about. From the moment you look at someone and you're like, oh, yeah, oh my God, she would be amazing. You have young kids, that means bleachers and arenas, and there's so many opportunity to meet people. And again, just how you are, how you behave yourself is attractive for others. Make them want to talk to you, and you're basically you're a human billboard. So you have your samples, you're ready with how concise you can be speaking about the company, and just who you are will make people want to be around you. And then that's when you're like, oh, okay, oh, this one would be awesome. This one would be a great brand ambassador. This one would be a great leader, and or this one would be a great customer. Oh, that one would be amazing for my business. You have to sharpen that intuition. Maybe some of you already have that in you, but this is something that often needs some working on. It's like anything else. It's like a muscle. You have to work it, and eventually you're like, ah, you kind of you build a radar inside of you. Like, okay, this one will be about this one will be about that. And then you have really a variety of different people in your team too. It's not just one shot or one order type of customers. It's not just, there will be different types of people that will be the heartbeat of your team. So that's what I mean by, if you enroll with excellence in mind and in your action, it will become who you are as a team, your personal, all your teams, and the actual big team that I see here. Um, the other part I had here, and that I want to give you as an exercise to do, but the one thing that I've said so many times, and I wrote it here, and I would love for you to write it down, okay? And think about it often. If you can put it on a post-it or something, but don't chase, attract. Kind of goes with what I just said. Who you are, it's not just you're on because you're speaking with a person. Who are you as a brand ambassador for Plexus? How do just who are you? How are you projecting around you? So don't chase, attract. Quality prospect will lean in when they see your value. So it starts with you. And so I think that if you keep that in mind, if you give yourself that, it could be the somewhat of a little a challenge for your team in November. Okay. How did you go about, every week you could actually say, well, those are the three people that I spoke to, and this is how I kind of sharpen my intuition with them, right? So I'm going to give you the exercise. I think you can. So who would you enroll is the name of my exercise. Okay. So who would you enroll? What I think that Heather, maybe you can get that, put that together, but present three fictional prospect profile, okay? Three people that you meet. One person you meet at a sport event, another one could be at the grocery store, at the church, or the mom of your child's friend's mom. I'm gonna get to it. So three different profile, okay? And you can do that with six of them. Like it doesn't, but ask all of you. So Heather, you're going to ask everyone um, to choose who they would enroll and why. And it could be in order, or some would be not, number three, I would not even, I don't think it would be for me because in this beautiful world that we're in, you get to choose who you're going to do business with. That's that's a luxury. You don't choose in the corporate world, your coworkers are your coworkers. You don't really choose them, right? Where you get to choose who's gonna be the next person on this call. Who else is going to join this community? Who am I going to rub shoulders with? Who am I going to learn from or share with? You get, to choose. So ask everyone to choose who they would enroll and why, and discuss how quality focused thinking changing your approach. Okay, always in that context. Why did I choose this one? Why would I want to enroll prospect number one and then number two, and how I would do that, because it could be two different approach, and always try to focus on quality versus quantity, because you don't have to rebuild all the time. If you go with quantity, which is not a bad thing, I'm not telling you it's a bad thing, but if you don't want to repeat and repeat and repeat, if you want to, sometimes if you're intentional in your approach, that person will stay. And so, oh, that's done. That's duplicating. I don't have to go chase another person to replace that person. And so when you start retaining, you will see the value in quality, and it will also be something that will be a fun activity for you to do. It's a different connection, it's a different approach, it's a little more strategic, but it just brings also a quality in your business, because then you're surrounding yourself with the people that you chose, that you invited in, because you know what you have to offer. And so it's just a matter of choosing wisely, and nurturing your business. Treat your business like a big business, and in no time it will be the big business that you will have nurtured. And so this is the training that I love doing, and I love talking about that because I've seen how powerful it is, and I wanted to share that with you. So do you have any questions, comment, feedback? I want to hear from you. I want to get to know you, and see how I can help answering your some of the questions that you may have. It could be not related to the training. It could be just about Canada. It could be about the team. It could be anything.
Well, thank you. That was awesome to start. I just wanted to comment on it's such a mindset shift when you frame it like we get to choose who we work with, because I think a lot of us are used to being employees too, right? And just working with whoever else is, doing the same job as us. But it's such a beautiful mindset shift when it comes back to that attracting versus chasing too, right? That we're creating something here. Like we get to attract who we want to work with and get to choose yes or no. It's not just everyone gets access, right? Like we get to choose who we let in and do this with. And that's just, it's so cool. Like to reframe it like that. We're just so used to like, showing up to work, a lot of us doing our job, going home, whatever. But this is such a creative process, I guess, to choose and be intentional and attract and yeah, and develop ourselves. And it is such a gift to be able to choose who we work with rather than just, being in a sea of employees that don't necessarily even want to be there. So,
Right.
mhm.
Definitely, definitely. And it's like and just while I have you up, Heather, I know that we will be together on the trip. Can you believe in 2 weeks
I
we're going to
know.
be
So
together in
soon.
a warm environment?
Yes.
And I want to congratulate you on that, because I know that you will be speaking. You will be one of our speakers, uh,
Yeah.
training and sharing with others on culture and vision, and I see it. on this call tonight. You know how you have your team with you and following on your footstep. Is there anyone else that will be on the trip? Any one of you?
Yeah, there's 7 or 8 of us, 7 of us,
Seven
I
or
think.
eight?
Yeah.
We have to have lunch or dinner.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay?
there's a good crew of us going.
Okay. Okay, Heather, we'll take this offline, but I'd love to spend time with you and get to know you and I
Yes.
to be in your space, definitely.
Yes. Ditto. We would love that too. And to do a dinner or something to connect with you there, that will be awesome. Yeah. You guys fire away questions or comments, anything you want to share or ask?
Mhm.
There's a question in the chat here. I think Zanetta's at work, so she can't be on. But she wants to know when we'll get the new collagen in Canada, if we know that yet.
Yeah, we're working on labeling right now, and so stay tuned. Eventually, you'll have a pleasant surprise where we will be announcing that it's coming. So thanks for your patience.
Yeah, excited for that. It's
Mhm.
so pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Brianna has a question.
I'm sorry, my family's upstairs, so sorry for the background. What is the biggest difference or some of the biggest differences you see between Canada and the US, like market or recruiting or ambassadors? Like like what are like we doing better or what are they doing better or what's like a difference? Like
Well, we are better. No, I'm kidding. I as people. No, no, no. I'm kidding. But I mean, those are two different markets. The one thing that I can tell you about Canada, just because prior to being here with you, I've held similar positions, in as the lead of market, general manager or president, and but always in that role where developing field activities. And I will tell you that Canada is a market that is so receptive to the network marketing industry. We have amazing stats. Maybe next time that I meet with you, I could share some stats on what Canada looks like in our industry and how receptive, province per province and just the different culture that we have. But I can tell you that that is the difference where, yes, in the US, the network marketing is strong and works really well, and most companies are doing well. But in Canada, it's another level of belief and wanting to increase finances and connections, and I've seen that over the last 20 years, and it is a fact as well. Geographically, we are, it's funny because we are um, bigger in terms of geographic, our lands, but we have less. Our population is low, is smaller, and so each province has their own population rate. So I'll give you just two. I will give you Ontario, just so you know the different, Ontario and Quebec, and then you'll see the rest of Canada. The population in Quebec represent 23% of Canada. Ontario is at 28%. So just us together, we represent, in terms of population, half the country. But it's such a large geographic land, right? And so this is where that's kind of my benchmark with the whole potential that we have. Is Quebec right now bringing 23% of sales in Canada? No. So that gives me the challenge to increase what Quebec brings, what Ontario brings, and those are stats that I could share when we do get together. I didn't prepare for it, but it's just something that I know at the top of my head. But this is how we can see it, the difference. Okay, if we want to give ourselves a challenge, we're in the province of Ontario and we want to increase our contribution in Plexus, this is the benchmark. We need to bring it, and I know that it's doable in some other in prior lives. I was able to, let's say for Quebec, take it from 6% of contribution to over 39%, but we're still talking 23% population. So you see, it's doable, and I know that we can do it province per province, and that is the difference. I wouldn't have all these stats and all this knowledge about the US, but I can tell you the potential that we have here in Canada and how it, we're just scratching the surface of what can be done with Plexus. And that makes me happy. That's my challenge. I was given the keys to this incredible home that I can make bigger. So and I can only do that if you want it, if you want to make it also a potential increase for your business. Did I even answer your question, or did I just go this way and started with my
No, it is helpful, for sure, especially because, with the like for instance the Facebook groups and some of the training and stuff. I don't know, I find maybe it's just because some of us Canadians are a little more gentle, a little more
Oh yeah.
nice or apologetic, but some of them like, I don't know if I align with that. But then I don't know if that's a me thing or me being in Canada or if Canada how receptive things are. So yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah.
We have a different approach. We have, we're close. We have one, basically we're neighbors, and we look the same, but we're not the same, and our approach is just different. And that's why I want to bring as much as possible an engagement in our Facebook group, our community page. I want to continue to nurture it. I'm inviting you to get in there, to follow what's in there, what we put out there. There's a lot of work put behind graphics and Canada compliant visuals, and those are made and created for you in mind. So sometimes you have a look at what's done in the US, but we are here in Canada offering you all these things. So get in there in the Facebook page and see what we have in store for you. And we're going to increase the visibility that way. I commit in making sure that we have everything that you need so that you don't feel that you're missing something or that you have to go look elsewhere, see what they're doing. But at the same time, we're brother and sister, these two markets, and there's a lot that stems from the US that we can take advantage of, but we also have Canada specific attention that you will continue to see improve with just, just our promotions where, if not every month, I commit myself to creating Canada-specific incentives or promotions every single month. So you have seen something in October for Thanksgiving. You will see something for Black Friday that is going to be Canada only, and I hope you will love it. We're just going to keep giving you a little more so you don't feel that you have to just look at something that you don't feel connects with you or your values or how you conduct your business. But it's not all bad. It's just different, but we do have a lot to offer here in Canada. So just, get in that community page and see what we have to offer.
Merci
It's
beaucoup.
so exciting to think about that we really have just started, and our team hasn't been here that long, but it's just for the amount of time a lot of us have been here, we have really just started to scratch the surface. Like it's just so exciting to think about what is going to happen in the years to come with Plexus, with our team in Canada. Like it is, I have a good feeling, especially with you leading the troops, Martine. I'm like, I think we've all felt this sense of like, okay, like it's go time when you got here. So it's very exciting what's ahead for us, I think.
Oh, definitely. And I wouldn't say no to coming down to visit you Are you all in the Peterborough area, or are you spread out in Ontario, like in Toronto?
We're
Okay,
spread out in Ontario, but we're not all that far. Like we, yeah, within a few hours of each
2
other
hours.
from
This
Peterborough.
is just Canadian. Just a couple of hours. But if down the road you give yourself this challenge of, maybe putting something together, bringing new people, bringing guests, and I would not say no to coming down and supporting you at an event, or just say the word. Okay, I want to show you the support that you live close to Victoria. Okay, so you're close to Milton, Zanetta. And so we could do something in the Vaughan area, or I don't know. It's up in the air, but I just wanted to leave it out there that there's a possibility if you wanted to, I just want to offer my support. But
Thank you. Yeah, that's great. I think I I see this team going places. I think this team can really go far here, and um, I think that would be special to have you be a part of something that we
yeah.
could plan and make a really special event and come together. That would be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, and if we do get together, not if, when we do get together in
Mhm.
Mexico, come prepared with some of the goals that you have, or just so that we have something to start thinking about and working towards. And so bring that with you.
Yes, that's a great
Bring
idea.
your aspirations and where you're going, what you love most, and how can we, move move along with helping you.
Love that. That's great. Does anybody else have questions or anything? Feeling a little shy tonight, ladies?
Oh, we have a pretty silent group.
I know. They're normally not this silent.
They're not that, it's just because I'm here. And just so you know, I may not have shared that, but I did live in Toronto, in Vaughan, for 10 years in my life. This is where I met my husband, married him, had my two sons, and then I came back to Quebec and I dragged him with me. And I did have my second son in Milton, um, 8 weeks early in a urgent manner, but Milton has a soft spot in my heart because of that. So didn't make it to my hospital.
And I'm just curious, were you an ambassador for like what did you do what we do? Were you
No,
like a part of a company and no. Okay, so you went
no.
right into the field.
I started with Mary Kay. That's where I worked when I was in Toronto, and that's where I learned everything that shaped me
Mhm.
in this industry. That's where I fell in love with the industry. That even though it was more of a direct sell model, I just the decision making process, the um, the fairness mentality, everything, I learned there. So 10 years of that. But there, I did go, I did 1 year in the field with a company as I wanted to try. I took a break at one point because my son needed more of my attention. So I did leave Mary Kay, but I did do 1 year in the field for a company, a direct sales company. And because I wanted to bring more credibility and more relevance to my role. I know I want to be where I am. Okay. This is where I know I belong. This is where I know I can make a difference. But I wanted to add substance to my what I bring to you. And so I did a full circle. I've learned the good, the bad, the ugly, the disappointments, the joy, the and incredible pride when you sign a new person, or when do a presentation. It was a direct sale, so it was a lot of party planning. I created systems. I learned how to maneuver around the connection, the intuition, meeting the people. And so I was able to, I earned trips. Oh, okay, I'm going to move this here. Sorry. I earned trips, one for myself, my husband. I did, a lot to bring some credibility to my word to you. I felt that it would make a difference in my career. And so when I came back in the industry and I started moving forward in my career, I felt that I was more of a partner. I can say I get it. I wanted people to say that. I wanted to be able to bring that extra substance and make you believe in my leadership because of that, because of knowing what it feels like, and also putting myself in your shoes when I make a decision, when I build whatever it is behind the scenes, I'm in your shoes as much as possible. And so, yes.
Love that. That's great. Any other questions, ladies, or comments? Come on.
How's everybody feeling about month end?
I know, I was just about to bring that up too.
Yeah.
One day, what miracles will you make happen in one day? Because it's a full day and so much can happen. So much.
Yes, that we were on the Jewel call today, and Jody Frey was sharing how her advice, because she went Emerald the same day that our team went Emerald and made that happen in May. So Jody and I went Emerald the same day, but then Jody just created a new Emerald, and she's had this, this wealth of wisdom through this process. And she said, when she shared today, like the power of words and what we tell ourselves. And she said, I even think back to the end of May when we were doing the Emerald run, and that one day, what happened in that one day, because people decided whether it was like, for Mexico or contributing, like whatever it was, we made it happen. And Jody said that too, like it's amazing what can happen in a matter of this many hours, or don't say it's not going to happen, like you make the decision and you go for it. And I'm so excited to see what happens tomorrow, because there's a lot that's gonna be happening month end. It'll be great.
Definitely.
Yeah, power of words.
What we say to ourselves and how we encourage others, it's just so powerful. And when especially us women, it's, girl power on this call tonight. And so when we decide that we want something and that we aim for something or some goals, don't let anything stop you, because why would you? We have what you need. Just go take it. Don't leave anything on the table. That's something that I learned really early in my life, my personal life. My mother always told me, if there's anything on the table, make sure you don't leave anything behind, that is there for you. Go get what you feel is yours. So what is it that you feel is yours that you still need to go get tomorrow? What box do you still need to check? Because you have time.
Yes. Yeah, it'll be a great day tomorrow, and then November will be awesome too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. November? Yep. November
Yeah.
and December. So
And December, yes. Yeah.
how
Finish
we
the year
end the
strong.
year is going to indicate what happens next. So let's just make it work, make it happen. You're well surrounded. You're in great hands, Heather. You're doing such a great job as a leader, and Natalie, you're doing such a great job as a leader with Heather. I mean, you know what I mean? Like we say, we're often the product of our environment, and so this is why I'm seeing great success here. So, oh,
Yeah,
there's
we have the best with Natalie for sure. We're spoiled.
definitely.
Okay, ladies, anything more to add or ask before we finish up?